Hi guys, this is Chilla with BestBabe007, and I was just thinking about, let's see, where's the camera? Right there. I was thinking about this whole lockdown and staying at home and what to do, how to work out at all, not homeschool, not homeschool. There are so many questions that I see people are talking about, so I thought, oh, I'm just gonna make a video and kind of think about it loud. I especially was hit when the gym closed down. People are like, oh, poor you, the gym was your biggest hit. But yeah, I thought, okay, as long as the gym stays open, we will be okay. But the gym is closed. I understand a lot of people have kids who are out of school, they lost their job. So I think that there's so much going on that I was trying to processing everything and see what I can bring out. How can I bring the best out of this at home? So I thought I would just share some thoughts. I made mistakes before in the past about working out in situations when I should have just rested, and that was mostly when I was going to Europe. I'm from Europe originally. I live in the States for 20 years, so I probably went back to Europe about 20 times the last 20 years, 15 to 20 times, I don't know, something like that. But when I go to Europe, the jet lag kicks in really hard, mostly because I have 3 kids, so I fly with those kids, and by the time we get there to Hungary, where I'm from, we stop in London sometimes. Last time we went there, we stopped in Miami. So by the time I get there, I'm exhausted already, and then the jet lag is put on the top of it. So a few times I made the mistake until I figured out, okay, that's stupid to do what I've done. It was that I get home to my parents, get a good night rest, what is usually not a good night rest because your body is in a different schedule and the time change is so big that it's 8 hours, so you can't just sleep it out with a good night's sleep. So I made a mistake to jump up next morning and think, oh, I'm gonna work out. By the time we traveled 16 hours on a plane, switched the plane, stayed a night in somewhere. Usually we try to stop a night somewhere to see something, some other place on the way there, since we're already flying. Now I'm ready to work out. I'm just ready to stretch out and work out and feel good. Live a healthy life, right? Now, a lot of times when I get up at 8 o'clock and start to work out, my mind was there. I am very disciplined. I'm very strong. I could work out. However, my body was asleep. 8 o'clock in the morning in Hungary is midnight in the States. So imagine yourself go to the gym at midnight. You will pull it off. I'm not saying that nobody can work out at midnight, but what on earth was I thinking? So I tried and I failed. My body was just limp. I was trying to work out. My body wasn't responding. So then I done it again. Like 2 years later, we went back again, and this time it's gonna work. And maybe I didn't try hard enough. Same thing happened. I couldn't work out. It was just insane. And then I failed with it. The next day I failed with it. That didn't help. It actually hurt me. Then I thought, oh, I better not work out at all. And then it took me 2-3 weeks to work out again. And visiting grandparents in a different country, there's plenty to eat, plenty to get fat on. And I feel like this situation is similar to that. So what finally I have learned is that you want to rest sometimes and think about what's going to happen and not just jump on reacting to a situation and start a new schedule and start a new workout. Now, if you have workouts that you do online and at home gym, that's what you have done before, great. Now with the kids staying at home, jobs lost, I still recommend to take it easy. So, but if you go to the gym or do something else somewhere else that is locked down, then it's gonna hurt you. It's gonna hit you harder. So I had a temptation to go. My gym closed down about 3 days ago, 2-3 days ago, and I had a temptation to go for a run. Oh, I'm gonna better go on a run. You know what? I'm not ready for anything right now. I keep going for my walks. I walk 3-4 nights a week for half an hour, like a power walk that I just enjoy, relaxing in the dark, in the cold, nice and getting lighter anyway. But I keep up with my walks, and I'm hoping we can walk more and even hike more with the kids. But right now I haven't started anything else, and the reason is that because of the same what I learned going to Europe. When situations, circumstances change, you want to think about it for a second, breathe in and out, pray about it if you fancy that, and then kind of intuitively see how the schedule will build itself up instead of force a schedule on yourself that you won't maintain. I see women jumping on these online things, and there's some really nice people who are offering free classes that are in the rec centers, and they're like, hey people, I'm on live on Facebook, and I think that's wonderful. But don't have high expectations, I think, for yourself, and don't just jump into everything that whatever you can pile on yourself, because you will get burned out even if there's nothing, even if everything else is canceled. And if you have kids at home, it's going to be too hard. So it's the same with the kids. If you have kids at home, I see a lot of parents are like, oh my gosh, how do I do this? And schedule their kids every hour and try to make a school at home the first day when school is out. And this is our first week, I believe, that school is out. So I think that's another burnout. The kids will do it because they kind of are used to schedule, but they will rebel after a while. I homeschool for 8 years. I have 3 kids, 1st, 3rd, and 6th grade. And that's how I started. Okay, everybody's going to learn a lot, and we are going to do it to 8 o'clock and 12 o'clock and then more. Oh, you know what? Especially being new to schooling at your kids at home, I recommend the same thing. Rest for a minute. Like, stop for a minute. Don't pile lots of things and run around and start a million things. No. Just connect with your family, connect with yourself. Give yourself a minute to think this over, breathe, and see how the schedule of the kids and your schedule with exercise naturally, very, very high, is naturally developing. And then try to kind of incorporate your ideas into that instead of announcing that, oh, that because my battery is low, so that's what it was saying. That's why I went away from it. So I think it's better to do it gently and slowly than like me jumping up 8 o'clock in Europe and say, oh, I'm going to work out. And and I'm sure there are lots of athletes who fly to a different continent, and the next day they have a tournament or race, and more power to those people. I think that's great. But as I see it with the homeschooling moms asking questions online, it's not that simple, and it's more simple than you think. I think that just reading is always good, a little writing, little apps here and there. Khan Academy is offering right away. It's a free app. My kids actually do that anyway during the year of free Khan Academy app. They do their math on it. Find your kids' grade level there, and then you can find other things there. So there's so many things. I'm going to make a different video about that, because the whole reason I'm talking about this right now is saying that I wouldn't jump into everything and right away switch everything up. And it seems like just today the articles are coming out and interviews and videos are coming out that most likely the schools won't even open for the rest of the year. So you're not in a hurry. You have plenty of time to figure it out. For me, it took about 2-3 years to figure out homeschooling in the beginning. And the first year, every day I said, I can't do this. This is not good for my kids. It's not good for me. So I think the best way to adapt to this new situation right now, hopefully it won't stay long, and hopefully it will change, and God bless us, is to take it slowly. Now I'm all about health and fitness, homeschool the kids. So I see so many confused people online right now, and with the workouts with the kids, that I felt like I had to say something. Now there's a warning. I see people stacking up, as we all know, all around the world. People are stacking up on food, on groceries, on toilet paper. Everybody has a lot of food in their house right now. So women, here's an advice. Don't just sit at home and munch on the food and be sad and trying to eat away your sadness, right? So that's not going to help either. I'm not saying that everybody should just sit down and eat up all their food, because we're gonna get fat. I feel the same here, I have a little bit of food stacked away, so I feel like, maybe I could make this, or I could eat this. No. That should be the opposite. It should be a conservative look at food, since a lot of people don't go to work, a lot of people don't go to the gym anymore. They burn plenty of energy, plenty calories to entertain their kids and school their kids. I'm sure that takes a lot of energy. But all that food at home it can pile up really quick, and who knows how long this will last. So don't get into your spiral stash and start to eat up everything. It's the opposite. Why I think breathing and figuring out how you are gonna do, and taking a rest, giving your body a rest, giving your mind a rest, of like being overwhelmed of, I have to school my kids and I need to start to exercise. I think taking small steps will help you the most, and that's the way that will help you in the long term. As I said, who knows how long will this take? I have a feeling it's going to take much longer than we think it right now. So try to think ahead instead of reacting to make up a quick plan that would work for now, because everybody will burn out. Then you have to start it from zero again. So it's what's the best thing to do right now. What I'm planning on doing is, now with the kids schooling, I don't have too much that changed because I already homeschooled. But this year was a huge change for me. It's my 8th year of homeschooling. I needed to change a lot of things, reconsider things. So even in the middle of this year, I had a month and a half, and I literally just didn't do anything with the kids. We just said, hey, let's just read something and maybe do a little math. And I had to rethink curriculums, ideas. I had to talk with the kids again, if they like what we are doing or not, and are they in the right grade or not. So there was a lot of things to consider this year, because I was actually burned out myself and homeschooling of doing so much work. Anyway, the reason I'm saying this is that taking small steps is the most solid way to do this. Reading is always good, right? My kids love read a lot. I love to read to them. Connect with the kids right now. The best thing you can do is to read a book to them. A chapter a day, 2 chapters a day. We are reading what is it called? The stories. Not unbelievable stories, but the stories with that are known have happy endings, and they made it to a series on Netflix. Let me grab it. I have to grab this. It's right here. So it's called a series of unfortunate events. A series of unfortunate events. So before the library closed down, I got 10 of these books. We finished the first one in 2 days. They're short books. And then once I read a book, then we watched I think 2 episodes of the series on Netflix that is actually written based on the book. It's kind of a fun thing to do. So read out some books to your kids. Math, Khan Academy, free app. Any other app, free app. Any kind of math they do, it's going to help them. It's going to be a different stimulation, not a big deal. Or just even a page of printout, multiplication, pre-algebra, whatever you can think of, and then everything else comes after that. And then they read on their own, the reading cannot hurt them. So read a lot, reading on their own, little math, then everything else comes after that, right? If they are not going to learn about the economy of Brazil right now, or how many people live in Russia, I'm looking at my map, or huge historical facts, they're gonna survive. Okay, they are gonna survive. Like sure, it's important, history is important, social studies are important, science is important. You can give them a science book. That's what I'm doing, making them reading articles from newspapers. So there's so much you can add, but if you try to add everything, art studies and piano practice and everything together for a new mom, the mom who's new to this, trust me, don't fail yourself. Don't try to get up at 8 o'clock and exercise when you just travel to another continent, because you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail with this too. So my plan, I'm thinking out loud, for exercising is I have to do something, right? I can't just stop here about the beautiful gym closing down. So I'm gonna right away start with some push-ups and sit-ups, and I will put some links in the comments of a few things I have. Core exercises, 6 minutes core, 7 minutes abs, squats. I think I have like a squat challenge. I have a burpee challenge. So I'm gonna put some links in there. And this is a time to learn about new things as well. And as I said, this is not the time to eat up the whole pantry, because you are already using way less calories than normally you use. This is a time to have good sleep, so your hormones are together, some smart thoughts, some intuitive feelings to put together to, okay, what is my plan for this and how I am going to handle the gym not open, my kids at home, lost my job. These are all sad things and challenging things. But just sitting at home, eating away your sadness, trying to change your state by some sweets, by overreacting and getting all the apps and everything together, just so you don't have to face that life slowed down right now, and you should bring the best out of it step by step. If regarding fitness, regarding health, regarding eating, regarding your kids, then that's not gonna work long term. And maybe it's not long term, but right now there's a change, and the change affects us no matter what. Almost everybody's affected by it. So anyway, making this shorter than I wanted, making this longer than I wanted, and let's cut it to short. I will have some videos coming out about fitness and health, and about even homeschooling, and what to do with the kids at home, because friends are asking, okay, Chilla, what do I do? So that's why I just wanted to start this talk with you, and start put whatever I can to put out there to see how this works on my channel, and technicalities and workout things, and I just had to get back to this anyway. I was planning it anyway. What I recommend is to learn new things, take some classes online if you can, do the online videos for health videos, for fitness if that you fancy that. Also, this is the time, as I said, to learn new things, how to lose weight. Not the perfect time to worry about that. However, how to not gain weight is kind of in the same category. So I also will put a link in the description of this video of my husband's ebook that he wrote about how to lose weight. It's the same theory, same idea of how to keep your same weight and not gain weight. It's about what to eat, how to eat, how much to eat, how much not to eat. So if you want to learn something new, go ahead and check out his ebook, and I will see you again probably in a few days with another, I believe, fitness related video. I would like to talk a little bit more about that subject. Okay, good to see you. Bye.